All right, back again today, and as you can see, I have a knife on the bench. Pretty simple. You see Milwaukee. Milwaukee, very well known for their tools, not so much their knives. They don't have a ton of knives offered, but they do exist. You'll see these in Home Depot, a couple other home improvement stores, hardware stores, stuff like that. Like I said, Milwaukee doesn't have a ton of knives, but they offer them. So a couple cool things with this Fastback is, yeah, it's not great. I mean, it's a $16 knife. So what I'm saying is you got to temper your expectations. Like you have a pretty basic clip here. It's just a wired clip. But you know what's pretty cool about it is I don't see how that's going to slide like my disappointing highbrow here, which just hasn't been an impressive knife. And this knife costs upwards towards $45. Now what does this $16 knife get you? Surprisingly quite a bit. You know, you do have the adjustability for the clip. You do have a little hole for a lanyard loop. And, you know, it's not, there's no assisted opening or anything like that. But it does have a little safety here, a little button, so it stays locked, opens up, really has all the things you really need out of a basic knife, a work knife per se. Now, one thing that impressed me is in terms of all the other knives that I bought, and I tend to buy cheaper knives because I go through them. Maybe someday I'll pony up and buy some more expensive knives, but this has got to be about one of the sharpest blades I have actually got on a knife that I picked up. I mean, if you look, I can shave my arm pretty damn easy, and that's a factory blade, or factory edge. And I don't know what the steel is. It just says it's stainless steel. They really don't go into saying much about it, but yeah, I mean, for a basic work knife, I think that this is pretty nicely made for one, and it has a decent couple of options on it. So, I mean, like I said, cheap knives, you know, these are really nice. I use knives very differently. I don't carry them for like a showpiece or any kind of tactical purpose or anything like that. I carry my knives because I work around animals and livestock, and I have a couple horses, so I'm always cutting open bales of hay. So really, as long as my edge is sharp, I don't I don't need a lot of other features. So I tend to get, you know, cheaper knives, and when they get wore out or if they get broke down or anything like that, I just chuck them somewhere, or I sharpen them and throw them somewhere else. I end up throwing knives in our hay baler because I bale hay. So I always have a knife around, keep one in my truck, keep a couple at work, and I always carry one on me every day. So just, I go through them and you lose them. So with a $16 knife, I'm kind of impressed with what you get for $16. So I don't know. I'm not a knife snob, but you know, it's kind of impressive for the price point of what you do get. Now, have you guys ever used these? How they might fall apart, but I mean, the screws on them are dead simple. The plastic is pretty thick and decently durable. I mean, I don't really see any foreseeable issues coming forth. Probably, sure, maybe the blade might wear fast, but like I said, you do get a nice factory edge, which works great. So, yeah, if you know anything more about like the construction or the material here, let me know. I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely for what I think, worth a shot. I mean, at least for, you know, a daily use and abuse knife. That's kind of always why I've never really jumped into buying like a $150, $200 knife, is because really hate to lose a $200 knife, and how I kind of treat them and abuse them and use them to cut zip ties, twine, bags open, and stuff like that. I mean, it's really, you know, the price point really can't be beat, to me anyways. And in terms of getting even cheaper knives and stuff like that, I mean, I don't know. Some of them feel really chintzy, but this actually feels like a pretty nice little knife. So, alrighty, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think.